Shalom.
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 This is the Sabbath again. This is voice of a watchman. We do thank the Most High, Ahayah, bahashem, yashrarlla. We thank the Most High for almost
5 years, Josh, almost 5 years.
5 years, going on 5 years.
About February 5th, around there. Close. It's been a blessed time. We've really grown in this ministry, and we are continually growing and coming into understanding. There's so much to share and so much to learn. Once we come to a place where we don't have to have knowledge and wisdom anymore in the word, then I think it's over. But yeah, where's your? I got your thing. Did you put it on top of there? It's on top of there. There you go, Josh. Okay. So what I'm saying is understanding the word, what the Bible is truly about. You'd be surprised. Millions don't know that this is a black man's Bible. Millions and millions will not agree with that. But if you do your history and find out where the Hebrews are, they were all dark brown and black people who wrote this book. And Josh has said it before, I've said it before on this program. If color doesn't matter, then why are all the Christian books portrayed as white people when they're supposed to be black? If it doesn't matter, right, Josh? Why are all the Christian movies white people when they're supposed to be black? It does matter. But you know what? We'll pray for those who don't have understanding, and we'll pray that the Most High will give, people's spirits and their love for the word, hopefully, and open their spirit and their understanding to truth. So, and it's true, Brother Nando said this, it's not for everyone. It's just not, Josh. I mean, I'm coming into understanding slow, but I'm coming into it now. I'm understanding who I'm reading about. That we must keep the Sabbath. We must keep it holy. We keep the feast days now. We have a feast day coming up, don't we, Josh? Yeah. That's going to be good. It's going to be really good. So, this is Voice of a Watchman coming to you from Jacksonville, Florida. This is my son, Josh, an awesome teacher, my wife, Mary, and my brother-in-law, Tony. Just say hello. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. So
I'm going to read something too. We have to talk. I'm going to read something in Proverbs. I think they're really blessed to hear this. Okay, Josh. Okay, continue. I'll just read this later. I saw something I wanted to read.
let's go to Deuteronomy 32.
All right. Deuteronomy 32. Deuteronomy 32. Great book.
32 and 5.
Book. Great book.
Fifth verse.
In what verse, Josh? Fifth. Okay, do we have it, everyone? Okay, viewers. Deuteronomy 32, verse 5. They have corrupted themselves.
Verse 4.
Verse 4. He is the rock.
Christ is the rock. The Most High. The Most High is the rock. Read.
His work is perfect. For all his ways are judgment.
So everything that the Most High, or what you would call God, says or does in the Bible is righteous and just.
Wow.
Or whether it's done in judgment or in peace. Read.
A power of truth.
A power of truth.
And without iniquity.
So whatever he does is without sin, because he cannot sin.
That's right. Just and right is he.
Just and what?
Right.
So everything that he does, says, or decrees, whether it seems right to a person or wrong to a person, it is just and it is right.
Okay. Wow. Keep going.
Go to Matthew 5:17.
Matthew 5 and 17. A very familiar chapter, Josh. This is Yashayah's, Mashiach, this is his attitude toward the Lord. And his attitudes are just what we read. His judgments and attitudes are always right. Think not.
Think what?
Think not.
Think not, read.
That I am come to destroy the law.
Uh-huh.
Or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
But to fulfill, read.
For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle.
So, not one jot or one tittle, read.
Shall in no wise
pass
read, from the law.
Pass from the laws, read.
Till all be fulfilled.
Because there are certain things in the laws and the prophets that are not been fulfilled, such as the second coming of Christ. Read.
Okay. Whosoever, therefore, shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so. In other words, if you're teaching, the law is done away with in the Christian church, listen, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, do what? The commandments and teach them, and the Sabbaths, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead, Mary.
For I say unto you that except your righteousness.
Wait. Go to Luke 24:44. So we're going through some precepts. We started in Deuteronomy 32, verse 4, where it says, he is the rock, his work is perfect, his ways are judgment, a power of a God of righteousness, just and right is he. So everything that God judges, everything that the Most High puts into motion is right and just.
Awesome.
Everything.
Awesome. Go ahead, Josh. Go.
No matter whether you may, as a person, judge it as unfair, he doesn't care what you feel.
I want to say something real quick. You know, this is what we're sensing in the world today, in religion, Christian, or wherever you are, whatever religion you're in, because they're all demonic, they're all Satanism. Not all the people. I mean, there's a lot of people in those churches that love people, but the doctrines are so corrupt. You know, I don't want to say too much about it, but I'll tell you something, Josh. There's going to be a time when they're going to have to really make a decision on what they're going to do. All right, Luke 24:44.
Uh-huh.
And he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you, while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, all things, which are written in the law
In the
of
what?
in the law of Moses.
So Christ came to do and live and teach and continue what Moses wrote, but remove the Levitical priesthood with the sacrificial system and the tabernacle and the temple stuff,
Come on.
and put himself in the place of that to be the new mediator of the new covenant, read, with the same laws.
That's right. And in the prophets and in the Psalms concerning me.
Uh-huh.
Then open he their understanding.
So when the apostles or his disciples heard what Christ was saying, they understood his purpose was to teach the law.
That's right. That's right. Nothing's changed. That they might understand the scriptures, and said unto them, thus it is written, and thus it behooved Yashayah to suffer. It blessed him. He was happy. And to rise from the dead the third day. And that repentance and remission of sins should be preached in his name among all nations.
So now,
Beginning where? In
at
Jerusalem.
Now let's go to Acts 24 and 13.
24, 13. Okay. And 24, 13. You can read this, Mary. 24, 13. The book of Acts 24, 13. Thank you for the vote of the viewers last night. We seem to be growing in spurts, but we're growing. Some months, right, Just is like 500, 800 more that are listening and tuning in, and in 1 month there'll be a couple of hundred. But you know what? We're really not counting. We do check it at times, but it is important that our prayers are being answered, and that we're praying that, right, Just that people would tune in and be blessed and hear truth. 24:13, Mary.
Neither can they prove the things thereof. They now they accuse me.
That's right. But this I confess unto thee.
So Paul's lifestyle
Come on.
and teaching, read,
That's right. That's right. That after the way which they call heresy,
which the Pharisees were calling Paul a heretic, not because that he wasn't teaching the law. He believed that Christ was the Messiah. Read.
so worship I the power of my fathers.
Read.
Believing, wait, well, look at that. So worship I the power of Christianity. No, of my fathers. Believing all things which are written in the law.
In the what?
In the law.
In the law, read.
In the prophets. Go ahead, Mary.
And have hope towards Ahayah,
Try it.
which they themselves also allow thou that there shall be a resurrection of the dead, both of the just and the unjust.
And herein do I exercise myself, to have always a conscience void of offense toward Ahayah.
We see that, right?
Wow.
And towards him.
Wow.
Let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 4.
Okay. 2 Corinthians chapter 4. Of course, that's kind of like. Second. Chapter 4. Okay, Josh. Where, Josh? What verse?
Top.
Oh, from the
Chapter
beginning?
4.
Oh, yeah, right. We're in Corinthians. That's right. Okay. All right. This is, tell them, Josh, what we're doing with the epistles. we have almost all the epistles on our website, right?
Uh-huh.
So you can go to all of them. We have really broken them down. How long? About a year now, right? Almost a year or
Uh-huh.
more. Okay, ready? So 2 Corinthians chapter 4. Therefore, seeing we have this ministry,
Which is the new covenant.
Come on.
Which
that's right. Come on, Josh.
is Christ. Read.
As we have received mercy,
Uh-huh.
we faint not,
Uh-huh.
but have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty, not walking in craftiness,
Mhm.
witchcraft, nor handling the word of Ahayah deceitfully.
So we don't handle the words of Christ and the Bible with deceit or hidden agendas.
Right, and mixing, twisting words. Good, Josh. Okay? But by manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of Ahayah. Okay,
But if ever God,
you can say it, Mary. Go ahead, don't worry.
gospel being hid,
Uh-huh.
it is hid to them that are lost.
So if the truth of Christ and his doctrines are hidden, they're hid to people which will not accept. Now, that don't mean they don't believe. They believe there's a God,
Right, they believe there's a Christ.
but they don't want to accept his truth because they don't want to live according to his laws, and they want to accept their own morality and their own system of right and wrong.
That's just what he's saying in here. The mystery is because you deny the law and the Sabbaths, and so
Hold that and go to Romans 1.
Romans 1. That's right. Romans 1. Let's see what Romans 1 says. Where, Josh? In 3?
1 and 18.
18. 1, 18. Okay.
So if the gospel is hid, or the creation, or if the gospel of Christ is hid, then it is only hid to those who do not believe or will not believe. And by believe, I mean believe and accept. Because everyone believes in a God.
Mm-hmm. Romans 1, 18. For the wrath of Ahayah is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men.
So God's judgment and wrath, his just love of his righteous law, which brings judgment upon the unrighteous and the ungodly, is revealed from heaven. Read.
Who hold the truth in unrighteousness.
So it's revealed against those who suppress and hold down the truth. They don't hold down the truth of something they don't believe. They try to suppress the truth because they don't want to accept the reality of what they don't want to believe in.
That's right.
Every person on earth believes in God, the God of the Bible. They make up their own reasons to reject that God because they don't want to accept the higher moral code that comes with that God.
Come on.
The ethics that come with that belief, the rules. They want to have their own ethics and rules.
Wow.
So they do not accept the God of the Bible. They believe in that God. They just want to have their own life.
Wow. Because that which may be known of Ahayah is manifest in them.
So it's already been manifest or shown to them, within their conscience. Their conscience tells them that there is a God.
Awesome. For the most power hath showed it unto them.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Mary.
For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen,
Aren't they?
being understood by the things that are made, even him,
Even
his
his.
eternal,
That's right.
eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse.
So nobody can
Wow.
say there is no God or he hasn't given me sufficient evidence to accept him.
That's right.
Read.
Because that when they knew Ahayah, they
So when
glor-
these certain people knew the Most High was real, or they accepted, read,
so that they that when they knew Ahayah, they glorified him not as the
they
Most High.
chose not to continue in their acceptance and their belief and their accepting, and they stopped giving the Most High the glory that was due to him. Read.
Neither were thankful.
So they weren't thankful for the knowledge and the revelation that he gave them naturally, consciously, creation-wise. Read.
But became vain in their
So this
imagination.
rejection of or acceptance of common sense knowledge of God caused these types of people to become vain in their mind.
Wow.
So everything they would say becomes vain and empty.
And their foolish mind was darkened.
So their minds became foolish and it became darkened. Read. Because the Most High is light. Read.
Professing themselves to be wise,
Mhm.
they became fools.
Wow.
Stop. Now go back to Corinthians.
Wow.
4:4 now.
4:4.
In whom the Ahayah of this world, God of this world had blinded the minds or hearts of them which believe not,
Now, what did he blind?
their hearts,
No,
their minds.
that's right. The mind is blinded. See, when I meet people, Josh, in the marketplace, and I tell them about the tribes, their mind is darkened. And when you look at them, you can see there's a capture on them of brainwash. I told this girl in the gym today, I said, come out of that slave mentality of your mind and find out who you are. If you don't want to hear what I have to say, search it for yourself. I told her, I said, because if I be quiet, the stones will cry out. And she said, all right. And I walked away. Tony, what can you say?
Yeah.
It seems that most of the tribes that are in the world, not all of them, but most of them don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear who they are. They're so caught up in the economy and what they can get out of this world, this life, that they rather keep their identity held from them. Listen, instead of coming out of that brainwash and knowing who they really are. That's just what I'm seeing. But not all. I've got to admit, the last 3 or 4 months, it's been awesome. I've met a lot of good, solid Afro-Americans that are Hebrews, Latinos that are the tribe of Israel, that are starting to listen. And I believe the tribes are waking up all over the world, not just through our ministry. We're only on 5 years, but GOCC, some other ministries that have been on a long time, are really, really doing the work of the Most High for all those years, and they're really reaching millions are coming out of Christianity, and there's even Christian churches, pastors that are coming out of their teaching now. And it's happening all over the world. So, we are in the middle of Jacob's trouble. We're right in the middle of it. So I'll wait for Josh to get back. Where are we? 4 what?
4, 5.
5, okay, ready?
No, not yet. We're not finished 4.
Oh, 4, okay.
Lest
Go ahead, Mary.
lest the light of the glorious true word of Yashayah, who is the image of Ahayah, should shine unto them.
Wow. For we preach not ourselves.
So
Look at that.
we're not here to
be heard.
or glorify our knowledge.
But Yashayah, the Mashiach, and ourselves, your servants, for Yashayah's sake, for Ahayah, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, has shined in our minds, our hearts,
Mhm.
to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of Ahayah in the face of Yashayah.
But we have this treasure
Did I skip a page? No.
in earthen vessels,
Mm-hmm.
that the excellency of the power may be of Ahayah and not of us.
That's right.
We are troubled, not troubled on, even
No, take your time.
we are troubled on every side, yet not distressed.
Wait. Just hold on when I say something. Wait a minute. Distressed. Ever hear Christian church? Burnt out, Tony?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Discouraged?
Mhm.
Don't know what to do?
Mhm.
No, they were never, yet not distressed. Go ahead.
We are perplexed, but not in despair.
Mhm.
Persecuted? Go ahead.
Persecuted, but not forsaken.
I'm gonna put, expound. But not forsaken. Go ahead.
Cast down, but not
See,
destroyed.
we can get cast down, our spirit for a moment, but we're not destroyed over it.
Mhm.
Always bearing about in the body the dying of the Mashiach,
Mhm.
that the life also of Yashayah might be made manifest in our body.
So
Again, Josh, that's deep. That is deep.
So they were through their suffering, essentially, they were showing forth the life and the character of Christ.
Where is the Christian church being persecuted? Where? Don't be in denial and don't lie to yourself, because it's not. Because Satan's got the church. So where's the persecuted? You ever hear the church say, Satan's attacking us? Yeah, he's attacking the church. He's inside your church with all your false doctrines.
Read. Mhm.
For we which live, you want to read again, Mary?
No.
For we which live are always delivered unto glory, death, for Yashayah's sake,
Mhm.
that the life also of Yashayah might be made manifest in our mortal flesh.
So
when they get, just expound. That's good. Okay, brother. Okay, expound on that. That's good. So then death worketh in us.
So we already dying in a sense to the system of this earth.
When I'm speaking to people, I'm dying. I'm giving my life. I'm dying to this world. But what's he
To
saying?
give them the truth.
Right. What's this? Wait. So the death worketh in us, but what? Life in you.
Mhm.
So I'm pouring out my life into you, the truth.
We have that same
We having
the same spirit, according
of
at
spirit of faith.
We having the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believe, and therefore have I spoken. We also believe, and therefore speak.
You see, just what my son said. What do you believe? Anybody can say, pick up the Bible. I believe the Bible. But if you don't keep the law of the Bible and your Christ, you're lost. You'll never truly be delivered from sin living like that.
Mhm.
You'll be on what? A revolving door, repenting and sinning, right, Josh? Repenting and sinning.
Knowing that we which raise up the Mashiach shall raise up us also by Yashayah,
That's right.
and shall present us with him, with you.
Wow.
For all things are for our sakes, that the abundant grace may through the thanksgiving of many we
of many rebound.
Rebound to the glory of Ahayah.
And don't get excited out there. Thanksgiving doesn't mean Thanksgiving Day when you see that word in the word. All right, 16. For which cause we faint not. There it is again. You see how these disciples went on in their life, Anthony?
Yeah.
They never were burnt out. You ever hear Christian? Well, I'm burnt out. They're burnt out running around with a false gospel. For which cause we faint not, but through our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. So as we're dying to the world, we're being renewed inside our spirit day by day. For our light affliction, which they don't count it hard, which is but for a moment, working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. Paul's awesome, man. While we look not, get Mary.
While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal.
That's right.
But the things which
So we don't judge or live our lives based on carnal things we can see or explain with man-made methods.
Awesome, Josh. That's right. That's right. Because if we're going to only see like that, doesn't Paul say, what's that scripture where it says, if I believe, if like men most miserable, that's what he's saying. I wish I.
If you walk like that,
yeah,
you're always going to be miserable.
If you think this life is just this life, we're men most miserable. Paul said it can't be. It's got to be something greater than this. But Christians are not going to get there, and I'm not condemning them, but I'm telling you, we found out that if we don't keep the law and Christ, we are not walking right. So you might have an outside chance, but I'm not saying you're going to make it either. I don't know. I said, I'll hope you make it, but there's a slight chance you won't. You can't worship this false Christ that's in the church, in the Christian church.
So,
can we read Galatians for a second and show them?
Go to
Galatians 3?
No.
No, okay, Josh. Go where? Good.
Go to
Paul's own words said it. They'll be serving another Christ in the last days.
1 John chapter 5.
Oh, good chapter.
And we'll just
close
with a couple things.
Okay.
1 John chapter 5 and verse 2.
5:2, right, Josh? All right, I'll read this, Mary, okay? All right. 1 John, the epistle.
Epistle of 1 John.
Yeah, that's the epistle
of 1 John.
Yeah, 1 John 5:2. It's okay. All right, ready? But this we know, that we love the children of the Most High when we love the Most High and keep his commandments.
Read the verse again.
But this we know, that we love the children of Ahayah when we love our power and keep his commandments.
And do what?
Keep his commandments.
Lead.
For this is the love of the Most High. You mean it's not hugging each other? And
Go. Read.
That we keep his commandments.
That we do what?
Keep his commandments.
That we break his commandments.
Keep them.
Teach they're done away with. Keep his commandments. Read.
And his commandments are not grievous.
For whatsoever is born of Ahayah overcometh the world.
Exactly. So now let's go to
that's good.
2 John, the epistle of 2 John.
Okay.
Chapter 1, verse 6. Since it's only one chapter.
1:6. Okay. Just turn over a few pages, guys. All right, ready? All right, 2 John 1:6. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments.
That we do what?
And this is love. Getting to church on time.
Let's read.
And this is love.
Read.
That we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment.
This is the commandment.
Read. That as ye have heard from the beginning.
So,
ye should walk in it.
Read.
Keep going. For many deceivers are entered into the world.
For many deceivers are entered into the world. Read.
Who confess not.
who do not confess
Come on,
or
Josh.
accept.
Come on. That Yashayah
Read
is come in the sexual flesh.
in the flesh.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
I had to say it like that.
Read.
This is a deceiver.
Go ahead, Mary.
This is a deceiver.
So the person who does not teach that Christ came the same way that all men
Come
came
in the world.
is a liar.
That's right.
And an antichrist.
Read.
This is a deceiver. Get married.
Look to yourselves
That's right.
that we lose not those things which we have wrought,
Uh-huh. Read.
but that ye receive a full
I
reward.
stop. You know what he says? You know what he means to look to yourselves? Remember? After the Battle of Gettysburg,
Uh-huh.
Lee said to
Grant.
Pickett, remember? Pickett, you must look to yourselves and find out what's going on and where your men are. I'm not going to look.
That's right.
That's what he was telling them. So we have to do the same thing. We got to look to ourselves. We got to do research. Because if we don't look to ourselves and do research, we will always be deceived by pastors.
Whosoever transgresseth and abideth not in
Uh-huh.
the doctrine
Read.
of Yashayah,
Right.
not Ahayah.
So then you don't have the power. You don't have God.
Uh-huh.
He that abideth in the doctrine, come on, Josh, of Yashayah,
Which is the law. Read.
come on. He hath both the Father
Uh-huh.
and the Son.
That's right. Read.
If there come any of you and bring not this doctrine,
Don't bring the law, statutes, and commandments of Christ.
he's
Read.
saying it right here, folks. Receive him not into your house, neither bid him. God bless you.
Uh-huh.
God bless you,
Godspeed.
brother.
Uh-huh.
I want to say Godspeed.
Now let's finish with
Same thing.
Revelations 22:14.
22,
Yep.
14.
Okay, I got it. I'll read. I'll finish this.
Revelations 22, 14.
14. I got it. Ready?
Or second. 22, 14.
Hey, brother. God bless you.
Right. Revelations 22 and 14.
Break all his laws, commandment, no Sabbath. God bless you, brother.
Uh-huh.
When I call people to work, contractors,
Uh-huh.
have a blessed day. Everything's blessed when everything's going right for people. As soon as they drop and things go wrong, they blame him. Blessed are they that do his commandments,
Uh-huh.
that they may have right to the tree of life
Right.
and may enter in through the gates into the city.
So with that,
I love it, man. I love his word.
so that's
Speak, Josh.
clear.
Yeah.
So
Speak, brother.
that's the Sabbath. That's why we come here to bring out these laws, statutes, and commandments.
And we found out an awesome truth, that truly the angels worship with us on the Sabbath.
Mm-hmm.
And that's awesome. You can't say that about the Christian church. There ain't no angels worship with you. You must have Christ
Uh-huh.
and the Sabbath, the holy days, the feast days, the dietary laws, like they all kept. Josh, give me that scripture. What Paul said, I'm a what? I'm an Israelite.
Uh-huh.
He didn't say I'm a Christian. It proved it right there. They were called that. They never accepted that name. I'm an Israelite. I'm
Uh-huh.
the tribe of Benjamin,
Right.
the stock of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no Christianity in that New Testament. They twisted it in the seminaries to make you think Christ, I'm Christ-like. How are you Christ-like? If you're not keeping his law, you're not Christ-like. They kept it.
Uh-huh.
So, you want to say anything else, brother? Well, we want to say shalom